Buenos dias a todos. It is Friday 20th of December and we have left Humahuaca super early this morning, a las 7 de la mañana, and are on our way back to Salta. Humahuaca. Yeah. So just going for a cruise this morning, and then we are about to arrive at our first stop, which is Tilcara, and then soon after Maimara. That is a spot right there. So it's nearly midday now and we are just passing through Salta town on the way to the airport, on the way to Barbara's flight. And can I just say how much more excited I am now for this trip, now that I have really awesome things planned, you know, at the back end in Feb, in March, things that I love doing. So a few days ago I was having like a mid-trip crisis where I didn't like really know what I was trying to do with this trip. But now that Barbara's made it clear for me and suggested a few awesome things, and now that I know what I'm doing, I am super pumped for the rest of South America and also Asia. So thank you for your suggestions and helping me think of everything.
Thank you!
Okay, that's good. Last minute.
Have a nice trip and let me know if you need any help with the car, okay?
Yeah, definitely, we'll keep in touch, and then I'm sure I'll be messaging you when I do the skydiving when we get to Costa Rica, and of course the scuba diving.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, bye.
Bye.
Alright guys, I think that's gonna be it for today. Dinner time now and having my super pancho. So with that guys, thanks for joining me today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Just an update on last night's dilemma. Had a few people reply with some really useful comments. First one going to my best mate Harold. This guy never ceases to make me laugh and really get me pumped for anything, no matter if I'm feeling down. And he's just like, go to Southeast Asia. Life is too short, man. Do the best things first and you'll never regret the first. Like you said, YOLO, hashtag no regrets. If you go on a liveaboard, I'll come. Komodo Island, they say, are the best ones. Now my cousin, she's like, the biggest challenge for me, finding someone worth being and staying in a relationship with. True story of my life. I replied to her and I'm like, yep, that's my actual real biggest challenge. If anything, it's probably more of a fear than a challenge. Damn, this ice cream is good. 2 scoops and this fancy cone is 130 pesos. Now another notable mention goes to Katrina, who is a Canadian girl who I met on a Kentucky tour in Europe. which was like in 2013, so 6 years ago, a very, very long time ago. And her message basically says that she went backpacking a couple of years ago in Europe with her fiance, and she was in the same kind of predicament. They felt like they were just ticking off countries, but they decided to go and keep going with it and stick it out, and it was their biggest regret. Now, when I was first reading this, I thought it was going to be the other way around. I thought she was going to say that they made the best decision ever, but no, they regretted it. They didn't have a lot of fun, and later down the track they went on another trip where they had a lot more fun, which they didn't do because they decided to stick to the original trip. And just because I'm not going to go in the next 3 to 5 years doesn't mean I'm never going to go. You know, I'll go when I have the time and money, and I need to do what makes me happy. And ultimately it's my decision, but you never know what other opportunities might come my way, and maybe this is a universe telling me something. And I guess that's probably what I'm mostly scared about if I stick it out here and just do the whole trip, is regretting it. It was a bit different in Southeast Asia because I had no other options. Whatever I was doing was that. I didn't know what I liked. I was exploring something totally new, but now it's a bit different. I know I love diving, I know I love islands. I know Southeast Asia's there, I could go there, you know, like just book a flight and just head there whenever I want to. So knowing I have that option and I'm really going to enjoy that, there's something to regret if I don't end up enjoying this trip. Now the other one I wanted to mention is from Anna. We've never actually met, we're Instagram friends, but she has been to 70 plus countries. So she has had many experiences and she definitely knows what she's talking about. It's quite common for us seasoned travelers to question the purpose of a trip. I can relate to that big time. Of course, it's amazing to tick off a list, but everyone has their own style of traveling. If hiking isn't your absolute favorite thing, then why bother? It's also something that's more fun to experience with a friend. And yes, I don't mind doing one-day hikes if it's not too long, but after this trip, I am not doing more than that on my own. Definitely going with a friend the next time. Going to Asia and burning through thousands of dollars seems like the easy option in my opinion. Why not head up to the Galapagos, Caribbean, Colombia, or somewhere in Central America? Which is true, she has a point. I've thought about that, but you know, Central America is, you know, another destination where it's beautiful islands, perfect for diving, but I want to leave that to another trip later down the track. You know, you need a bit more money for that. It's obviously a lot more expensive than Southeast Asia. You know, I did have that plan, but maybe I just don't want to venture too far into that area for now and just want to save it for a bit later on. I'm not sure if you've ever considered working overseas, but it took my travels to a whole new level. Volunteering on a sailboat or getting a dive master would be such a valuable experience to you. And exactly like my messages last night, you know, I love diving, and getting my dive master and working in a dive shop on an island is something that I have thought about, but I just feel like I'm just too far in my career now to, you know, just pack up and leave and just leave it all behind. Not now, not yet anyway, but you know, it's always an option down the track. But I think if I was to get my dive master, it's to travel very long term, like a year or two, and just really live it out. I don't think there's a point getting it and then, you know, just for a month or two and then going back home to my real job. It's normal to have these lows, even when you're supposed to be having fun. But keep in mind that challenge yourself with something that you might have not considered to be the time of your life could be the most rewarding thing eventually. And you're not supposed to travel for social media. This is still your life. So remember to put your camera and phone away here and there to absorb moments as a whole through your own lenses. And the other option I was thinking about was, why don't I try volunteering? I haven't tried volunteering anywhere. I thought about doing it in Asia. And that would be something challenging, but again, you know, like, I don't have much time in reality, and it's true, it could be potentially rewarding, it could be the best experience ever, but at the same time, it might not be. It could be the worst time ever. I don't really know. And it's just knowing if I go to Asia, I already know I'm gonna have the best time ever. There's a high percentage of that, and it's not worth the compromise for a chance of something if I was to volunteer. So that, I guess, is out of the books for now. That's not all for today. Tonight, I actually hop on a bus at 1 a.m. Tonight and go to San Pedro de Atacama, back into Chile for like the third time or something. But yeah, they're both at the same level, they're both just across the border, so I thought instead of going back to Buenos Aires for Christmas and then having to go to Atacama, why not just cross the border from here? So that is where I'll be spending Christmas. So it's 7 o'clock now. I think I will make my way there around midnight. Give myself an hour to get there and check in, and then yeah, we've got a 10-hour bus ahead of us tonight. Taxi? Okay. Terminal de omnibus? Alright, we are back 12:30 at night, past midnight now, and we are back at the omnibus station terminal and catching our 1 AM bus ride back into Chile. Oh man, checking in. Hola.
Buenas.
Check-in para bus a la 1.
San Pedro Atacama?
Sí.
Sí, platform 16 and 20.
16 and 20?
Yes.
And 20 or 20?
Or 20.
Okay, which one? Okay, gracias. There's something I really like about catching buses at night, going to bus stations and going to places like this. Reminds me when I was catching buses around Burma, around Vietnam. It's just no matter what time, so many people, it is so chaotic, lots of locals everywhere. And yeah, I caught a taxi here. The taxi was only pretty cheap, it was only 100 pesos. But Salta is generally a very safe place. It was less than 2 kilometers to walk. If I could be bothered, I probably would have walked it, but for tonight I just wanted to save the walking and get to the bus station. And the surprising thing is the taxis here even use a meter, so no ripping you off. The guy was pretty nice, had the meter on. It was 86 pesos to get here, but I just gave him the 100. So for tonight's bus ride, I'll be going with Andesmar bus. So the 3 main buses I've seen in north of Argentina is Andesmar, Balut, which is really leaving behind me, and Fletcher bus. So 3 main bus companies up here in the north, and this bus ride is going to be 10 hours tonight, so should get to Calama at midday tomorrow. So yeah, all in all, really good experience here in Salta, a really safe experience as well. No need to be scared of anything. Ended up staying in the north region of Argentina for a whole week. I arrived this Saturday last week and it's already Saturday night again, so stayed there a lot longer than I thought, but saw a lot anyway. So I think that's gonna do it for today, guys. Tomorrow, a new country, a new adventure back into Chile. So thanks for joining me, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.